here today again with you with our Z1 and Z7 imoo watches for kids. We're gonna have discussions today. We have discounts, back to school and all that stuff related. So today we're gonna, probably we're gonna discuss all of the features and then maybe your kid is gonna, hopefully your kid is gonna get a new gift for school begin. As far as I know, the school starts like today, maybe tomorrow, at least in Germany. Anyway, so guys, let us firstly, by the way, if you can hear me well, just let me know. Or if you can't hear me well, just let me know. Let us start with our Z1 watches. The first generation of imoo watches for kids really suits those who are, let's say, 5 to 7 years old, maybe 4 to 6. But anyway, preschool and elementary school, like the first year probably. It comes in 2 colors, but unfortunately you cannot see the second color. You can go to our website and you can actually see additional discounts on our website as well. We have a few of them. You just need to subscribe to us. Anyway, you can just see it on our website. Here we're going to discuss the watches. The second color is green, so the first one is pink. It's a little bit different from Z7. You can see, probably because little kids love colorful things more than those who are a bit older. Anyway, so what features do they have, our Z1 watches? I actually tried to call to a sister. But anyway, so Z1 watches, they have, first of all, you can see the time, you can see the date, you can see day of the week. Here also, by the way, the watches are available in 5 languages. I mean, the system of the watches, it's English, Mandarin, German, Spanish, and Polish, if I'm not mistaken. Maybe we have additional languages, but I'm only sure about the 5 we have. So if you live, let's say, in Poland, you can set Polish, or maybe if if your kid is learning English, you can probably set English or German or any other languages out of all those 5. As for other features, you probably noticed that there is a camera here. So video calls are available. Apart from video calls, voice calls are available as well. You can have, probably most of the parents are gonna have just a voice call. But if your kid lives far away from, let's say, long distance relatives like grandma and grandpa, or I don't know, aunt or anyone, your kid is gonna probably enjoy all of the video calls and all the related stuff. Also, it is possible to send messages, so to have a chat with someone, then take pictures for sure and videos. Since there is a camera, it's only 2 megapixel, but it is good enough for the watches, to be honest. Then you can see the location of your kid, the online location. It is possible thanks to our app. We have our own imoo app. Let me show you. Here it is. So it's possible when you set the locate, it's German, or 10. I'm not quite sure how to read that in German. But anyway, it's possible to see where exactly your kid is. You can see that the kid arrived at that place 26 minutes ago. Please switch to English.
Okay.
Thank you. So by the way, the app is also available in a few languages like Polish, English, Mandarin, Spanish, and German.
So we have Chinese.
Mandarin is Chinese. So for the Z1, it is only possible to see where exactly your kid is now, only online location. Then, thank you.
Welcome.
And for that, your kid should have a SIM card here. Here is a place for a SIM card. It might be an additional one to your own one, so you can share data, or it might be the own one of the kid. I'm not quite sure about your country and the laws there, if the kids can have SIM cards or not. What else we have? The Z7 can also count the steps of the kid. which sometimes is important for some kids who love to compete, all of that stuff. I personally know a few kids who ask every day the parents how many steps they walk today, and well, yeah, they kind of enjoy that they have more steps. Anyway, as for other apps, Z1 has, yes, it is on sale today as well. A little bit later, we're going to talk about the prices. So, but the watches are in German.
Watches in German? You can change the language on the in the app or with the app,
Okay.
or you can set up the language in you use the watch to set up.
So yeah, for the other features, we. Thank you for your hard work. Anyway, for the other features, we have Messenger here. We have steps counter. We have album camera, 2 cameras, actually, one sticker camera and one just normal camera. Then we have alarm, stopwatch, and yeah, that's pretty. So video calls and voice calls as well. As for the messages, if your kid cannot type yet, maybe your kid is too little, it is possible to send voice messages as well. And honestly, some kids, even those who can type and those who can read, they still prefer to send voice messages. Let's be honest, some adults do this as well. Well, as for the prices, today we have our back to school activity. So you can go to our website. Here it is. You can also see the link there, and then you will see the deals we have, because we have some if you subscribe to us. And then we also have back to school activity, and then the one today is only 109 euros. Normally it's 129. It comes in 2 colors, green and pink. You can see the colors on the website. You can see, well, they are pretty, I would say it is the same with the real watches. Then so yes, for Z1, that's pretty. If you have any questions, you can ask me. Then we can just move on to our. And it is not waterproof, by the way. Why I mentioned that, because you can see here our Z7 watches. They are in water, and they are waterproof. So this is probably the first difference that we're going to talk about. Z1 is also fine if, let's say, your kid just washes hands in some water. It's on the watch, it's gonna be okay. But it's not like your kid is gonna play in the waves and have Z1 working well. Anyway, as for Z7 comes in 3 colors. We have pink, we have blue, and we have white as well here. Then let me see if we have available all of the colors. But anyway, you can check it on our website. The price doesn't depend on the color, and well, the only difference is the color, actually. All of the features are the same. We have all in stock. We have blue, pink, and white. Here you can see the whole information about our Z7 watches. Then, by the way, this is the packaging. This is the box of the watches, and the price today is 186 euros. Normally it's 219. So guys, well, as far as I know, this is the last day of activity that we have. The white one, let me show you. One moment.
Maybe the third color is white, but it not launched in Europe.
Why not?
Maybe just.
It is available.
Oh yeah, sorry. Yes,
anyway, so yeah, it is the white one, but please have a look. The band is not white. It's like, I'm not quite sure what color is that. It's probably skin color. Well, but the watches look okay. Well, I would say they suit more to those for, let's say, probably grade 5, maybe grade 4. Not to those who are little. The little kids, they normally prefer either pink or blue. I would personally prefer pink. I have pink. No, not pink. Blue. I have my own blue one.
Yeah.
I actually prefer X10, but anyway. So yeah, the Z7 watches. What do they have in difference between Z1 and Z7 apart from the being waterproof? They have 2 cameras. So all of the Z7 watches have 2 cameras, one in the front one and the back one. The back camera, well, I used to believe it should be on somewhere on the wrist, but yeah. Well, first of all, when I heard that our new watches are gonna have 2 cameras, I was really confused. Like, how come it could be the back camera if the back camera is, well, here? So our company came up with the idea of flipping up the screen. Here is a button, so you can just press it and then flip up the screen. Here is going to be the back camera. As for flipping up, well, sometimes people are asking like if it's going to be loose or not, if the kid loves to play that. Well, some kids do love, or if the kid uses the back camera too much. No, it's actually still okay. Well, I've been playing that for a long time. Have a look, that still works, and yeah, it is stable. It's not like it's going to be broken or stuff. So yeah, the front camera is 2 megapixel, the same with Z1. The back one is 5 megapixels, so it suits those who love taking pictures. You can have a look. There are some pictures, and well, here's a picture of me anyway. So yeah, the quality is pretty good for the watches, I would say. And yeah, if your kid, videos are also available if the kid is using the back camera. Why it is important to mention that there are 2 cameras? It is possible to switch between cameras when the parent is having a video call with the kid. So the parent will be able to see the surroundings. It is actually called to see the surroundings. So when the kid is having a video call with the parent, switching up the screen, then, for example, if the kid is using the front camera, this way the parents still can switch between cameras and to see what's going on around. Sometimes it's important, sometimes it's not, but anyway.
Yes.
Also, sometimes kids love to share what's going on around. Like, let's say if a kid, well, if if the kid is somewhere, I don't know, let's say having fun in summer camp, or I don't know, playing with grandma and grandpa, or traveling, sometimes kids love to use the back camera to show the surroundings themselves. But sometimes the parent can just switch and never let the kid know. The kid will never know that. As for voice calls are also available, yeah, for Z7 and for Z1 as well. It would be strange if only video calls would be available. Right. Anyway, so yeah, messages, also voice messages and text messages. The next difference between Z1 and Z7 is that it is possible to see the location tracking for your kid for the past 2 weeks, 14 days. And you can use the app to see where exactly your kid was. Let me see. It is called Historical Track. It is only available on Z7, not Z1. You can see where exactly your kid was. So yeah, there are a few dates. Well, literally 2 weeks. Let me see if we have some tracking here. Sometimes it's really important, especially at the beginning of the term, because probably some people are moving to a new place and the kid needs to go to a new school or the previous school, so the parent needs to know how long it takes if the kid goes to school himself or herself. We have no tracking here. Let me check for the other watches. We have a few watches here, so we have, by the way, if you have not only 1 kid, but let's say 3 kids, it is possible to have the data for all of the watches, all of them. It's not like you need to have another account or you need to have another app or stuff. You can have information about all of them on the same account. Yeah, so let me check. Emily probably was moving a bit more. Online location is also available, but apart from online location, you can see the 2 weeks tracking. So yeah, as for the tracking, sometimes it works even if the watches have no SIM card, but once the kid arrives to the area with Wi-Fi, it will be possible to see where exactly the kid was, let's say, for the past few hours. But normally, well, yeah, the kids do have SIM cards here. Here is the place for that. Once again, you can get an additional SIM card to your own one and then share data with your kid, because kids normally they don't need a lot of data. And I know in some countries you need to pay more just for the SIM card that the kid is using. Anyway, so yeah, what else we have in difference between two of them? The Z7 has fitness app.
Yes.
In fitness app, there are 4 options of fitness activities. The first one is swimming, because Z7 are waterproof. You can see it here. Well, I'll just show you that they're working. It's not like they're just turned off and in water. It still works. We will have a poll a bit later just to show you how it works in water. Sometimes the kids love to have a call when it is in water, but normally it is used when the kids are having their swimming activities, let's say even the sports one, but it depends on coach surely. Then apart from, well, for swimming, the kid can choose the length of the pool, also the duration of exercise, then the calories need to be burned. Also, there are some things like activity rings, so a lot of kids love to compete, and they also love to see what the, well, let's say friends or what results the friends are having. It is also in German here. But anyway, so yeah, trainer, we have the first one, the swimming. Then we also have skipping, jogging, and sit-ups, 4 of them. As for skipping and sit-ups, there is music available, so sometimes the kids would feel more motivated or feel more energetic when having those kind of activities. I know that there are some schools that make kids to have kind of physical examination when the kids need to skip, let's say, for 100 times or for a minute and see how many times. So if your kid is, well, in need of that training, it is good to use the watches, because the kid feel more like, you know, is more willing to do that, even if your kid doesn't like sports. And if you want your kid to stay more active, it is also possible to use the watches and, well, let's see if it works. Also, there is a rank, but it is possible to, well, not to show that, because some kids are into competition, some kids are not. So if the kid doesn't really want or doesn't really like to compete, then you can just turn off the rank and it's gonna be better. Yeah, this is our Instagram account down there. You can have a look. Wait. Yeah, once again, Z7 comes in 3 colors. I just checked the our website. You can go to our website. You can see the link there.
Yes.
Z7, it is available in 3 colors, and all of the colors we will have stock now. We have white, pink, and blue. And pay attention that white is actually not completely white, so the stripe, the band is a little bit different in color. It is white on the back actually, but who needs to see the back of the band? Well, it's not possible to see that. Anyway, 2 other colors are pink and blue. I really do love the blue one.
Yes, the blue one is beautiful.
The pink one is also beautiful, but I just personally love the blue one. Then as for Z1, it comes only in two colors, green and pink. The pink one is pretty, well, it's really colorful. You can compare it to them. So if your kid is little, you'd probably better go for Z1. And if your kid is elementary school student, or let's say starting from grade 2, it's better to go for, well, it's not like better, but I recommend you to go for Z7. Z7 is on sale today as well. It's 186 euros today.
Yes.
Normally it's 219. If I'm not mistaken, today is the last day of the deal. I'm not quite sure, but it seems to be. As for the one, normally it's 129 euros. Today it's 109 euros, a little bit more, a few cents. So it is a good. By the way, if you subscribe to our newsletter, you will get 5% off for your first let me see, for the first watches you have. Yeah. Here's 5% off for the first imoo watches. So if you subscribe to our newsletter, you will get that little gift as well. Also, yes, we have some deals, but just go to our website to see that. The main one we're having today is just 15% off, and it's probably the last one before the Black Friday, I would say. I'm not quite sure, but it seems to be. What's next about the watch? By the way, it doesn't matter if your kid is having Z7 or Z1. It's possible to add friends without knowing the phone number. Well, since imoo watches for kids, and we know that it is really important for, well, the safety of the kids is really important, right? Probably one of the reasons why parents buy imoo watches just because they want to be sure that the kid is safe. So if the kid wants to add someone and have a chat or share pictures or videos or have video calls, and that one is having the Z1 or Z7, doesn't matter. There is an option which is called add friends. Then once, let me see if I can do it. Here it is. Start, and then we need to have it here as well. And then, oh, there is no SIM card here. Anyway, so once there is a SIM card in the watches and the kids want to become friends, they just need to open that feature and bump up the watches like this. They will become friends immediately. They can start chatting. They can start sharing pictures and videos, stickers, and all of that stuff. And the parent will be able to see who is the kid of the friend on the app. It is, let me choose one of the kids, for example, Emily. No, Emily is not a good option. Alex. Here it is. Alex has two contacts, one contact and one friend. You can probably see that, hopefully. I just mentioned that Alex has one friend and one contact. What is the difference between them? If it is a contact, it doesn't really mean that the person is using the watches. If it is a contact, that means that the person is using the cell phone. So probably it is an adult, well, or a classmate who has a cell phone but not the watches. As for the contacts, those are created by parents using the app. So if the kid wants to add someone into the friends list and that person is not using the watches, the kid needs to take the phone number to a mother or to a father saying, I need that person and this is my, let's say, classmate or a friend that I met at the playground. This is all made for the safety of the kids. So first of all, the kid will never get the phone calls from unknown numbers. They'll just never get through. And but the parent will receive notification. It's not like the immediate one, but the parent can open on the app the thing which is called reject unknown calls. And here is going to be the information about the unknown phone numbers that called to your kid for the past 30 days. So the whole month track for rejected calls. But the kid will never know about that. So you shouldn't be worried if your kid is gonna receive any scam calls or spam calls or all of that stuff. It is for Z1 and for Z7, for two of them. So safety first. And but if you know that person, let's say for example it's your own sister, and you want your kids to be able to contact to his or her aunt, you can just add that person to the contact list, and then your kid will be able to send anything: pictures, videos, messages, stickers. As for friends, you will only see who they are. There is a real name, there is nickname, and the picture of that person. So if you do believe that you don't want your kid to contact that, probably another kid, you can just delete that account or to delete that contact. But normally the parents don't do that. Well, there are some, but hopefully not a lot. I personally wouldn't be happy if my parents did that. But anyway, so yeah, it is pretty safe. So literally you shouldn't be worried about those. And there are really a lot of spam calls these days. Maybe before as well, a few years ago. But anyway, so yeah, imoo watches are pretty safe in this. They are pretty safe in all of the matters. Even the apps, all of the apps are created for our own watches. We don't have any cooperation with other phone apps developers or all of that stuff. Let's say Play Store. So we have our own app store, our imoo app store. So all of the apps are developed for exclusively developed for our watches. You can the parent can always see it is called App Center. So here's the information about all of the apps available. Here it is. So the parent can see, let's say, for example, Shake. What is Shake? I don't know. And then the parent can see the information, see the screenshots, and then the information of the app. And if the kid wants that, the parent can download. It is not possible to download any apps using the watches only. So it all depends on the parents anyway. So if the parent does not allow the kid to use something, the kid will never be able to get that. Well, it more suits to those kids who cannot control the screen time, probably little kids. And it works really good because they will just not be able to download any other games or apps like that. As for the next difference, so yeah, as I mentioned, Z1 doesn't really have a lot of apps. It has all of the important ones like voice video calls, Messenger, steps counter, really important. But anyway, so yeah, alarm, stopwatch, and this is pretty. As for Z7, it has, apart from those just mentioned, it also has the fitness app with 4 options of fitness: swimming, jogging, sit-ups, and skipping. Also, it has sticker cam, it has funny cam. Well, there are plenty of kids who love taking pictures using both of the cameras, the back one and the front one. Once again, Z7 has 2 cameras. When the back one is here, the quality is much better than the front one. It's 5 megapixel here and 2 megapixel here. As for the other apps, here I am. Actually, the quality of the front camera is also pretty good. Taking pictures, all of it. Then it has the thing which is called health. As for the health, the option of you can probably have a look. I'm not quite sure if you can see, but anyway, so body temperature, heart rate, blood oxygen, and mood. As for the mood is normally filled automatically when the kid is having some physical activities, including just walking. And sometimes the kid can fill it in himself or herself, which is really important for those who are close to teenage, let's say 9 years old kids, or maybe those kids who do not really like to share their emotions like with a parent, or maybe they want to but they do not like to talk about this. And if you do care about your kids' mentality and emotional stability, sometimes it is important to check that on the app. It is called Mood. The information is stored for a long time, like half a year. Let me see here. First we open health, then we go for mood, and this is the way it looks like. So probably you can see when the kid felt happy or pleasure or sad or not so good on all of that stuff. Maybe there were maybe some talks about, or you can see, for example, the kid felt not really nice in the morning. You can discuss if the kid had a nice day at school, or maybe had some troubles, or maybe was just sleepy. Also, well, I believe it is pretty good because sometimes I have no idea what to talk about with the kids. But anyway, so thanks to Z7 watches, it is possible to do. As for the fitness tracking, as I mentioned, the fitness app has 4 options of exercises, and also it tracks the whole data for a month, 30 days. So it is possible to see the report, and the kid can see if there is an improvement or not. Maybe the kid trains not so good, but anyway, the parent can always see it on the app. It is called, here it is, fitness. We can see that the kid had 30 steps today. But anyway, so here are the activity rings, and if the kid did some exercises using the app, there is going to be a record here. It really suits to those who are into sports, or maybe who are not into sports, but the parent want them to stay more active. There are some competitions, and also the kid can choose, I'm not quite sure if you can see, but I will show you. If the kid can choose a kind of avatar for him, like you can see the boy here, so it's possible to choose clothes for him, hairstyle, like accessories, maybe sunglasses or a bag for girls and all of that stuff. Then the kid can get some coins. Here, coins are normally, when the kid does a lot of exercises, the kid can receive them, so the rank is going to be higher, and it is good for those who love to compete. I wouldn't like that anyway. I'm the one who sees that it's not enough. Well, like I didn't close all of those activity arenas and not enough step, and I just go for a walk only because my phone said so. If your kid is like that, then probably it's not a good option to turn on the rank, but maybe yes. Anyway, it all depends on your family. imoo has 2 options: either turn it on or turn it off. As for well, yeah, the camera also works underwater. It is possible to take pictures. Then if your kid is swimming or playing in the waves somewhere at the beach, no problem. Videos, pictures are available as well as video calls. Shall we have a video call?
Yes.
In water.
In water, okay, no problem.
Thank you. Then
I need to
get it, please. Thank you. White. Well, again, white is not like completely white. The band is actually, well, again, I have no idea how to call that color. I probably should check our website. It is white on the back, and here you can see it as well. But the color is really nice. I guess those kids who are, let's say, I don't know, maybe grade 4, 5, they probably would like it more than the pink and blue. But I just guess. Not sure. I'm an adult and I have blue one. Anyway, as for that, well, on our website, this is just called white anyway. You can have a look. It is on sale today as well. It's 186 euros today. Normally it's 219. So we are having 15% off. As for, oh, thank you. How about the, Let me see which one is possible to have a call. Uncle Dean.
Uncle Dean.
Can we have a call to Uncle? Here we go. Video call. Yeah, you can see that the kid is calling. You can see the way the kid looks like. I just turned off the speaker and the microphone, just not to bother you. So yeah, you can see how it looks like. You can see the location of your kit here, the exact location right now, and you can see the kit. Here's the option to look at the environment, so you can switch between cameras and you can see what's going on around. If the kit is having a call this way, with the screen flipped up. You can also check where exactly the kit is. You can see the map and the surroundings of what is there. Then, yeah, this is Z7. For Z1, it's pretty the same without the back camera, because Z1 has no back camera. Okay, here we go. We're having video call. You can have a look. Then we'll just put the watches here. Yeah, probably here because of the Instagram we cannot see. Let's go up this way. I always feel so weird about that. Anyway, so here are the watches, and then.
That's okay.
Why do we do that? It's just because we want to show you that the color is not affected. I mean, the band and the watches themselves. You probably, those who cook and use soy sauce a lot, you guys know that normally the food is gonna be that color. Yeah.
If you know the Chinese restaurant, you will find this black liquid.
Black liquid soy sauce.
Soy sauce, yes.
Black liquid, but anyway, so yeah, the watches are there. You can see that the camera is being
the color.
Well, yeah, because of ketchup or
The ketchup.
it looks weird. But anyway, do we have the gloves? Or you can just go for this. Here we go. Joe, yeah, once again, we're still having video call with the watches, so go.
Go.
What? Here it is. Anyway, so yeah, the video call, the watches are waterproof. I mean, Z7, Z1 is not waterproof. You can still see the location of the kit. You can see the kit moving.
In the washing machine.
Hopefully never. But it's not like... Oh. Anyway. Well, let's... Yeah, it's still okay. Or maybe no. Please help me clean this.
It still works.
Yeah, the video call is still on, so...
Yes, it still works.
Just using water. But this water is not clean. Anyway, so yeah, here you can have a look. The video call is still on, and then just smells good actually. Probably I'm just hungry. Let me turn it off. That was Z7. Well, that is Z7. Z7 is waterproof, yes. Z1 is not. Yeah, it is. It is. But still, it works good, right? Then... I thought I turned it off. Yeah, here it is. extent we don't have in Europe yet, but we're gonna have it soon. If you guys are interested, just let us know. As far as I know, it's gonna be like before Black Friday. Those are really cool. Those are really cool. It's like, you know, possible to separate the watches from the band and use them without the band. And the colors there are so nice, and probably they would suit more to those who are in middle school or even high school students. I love the color. Well, those watches are my new personal love. But yeah, soon in Europe, not yet. We have no stock yet. No, not only Z7 on sale, Z1 as well. Both of them are having 15% off today. So the original price for Z7 is 219. Today it's 186. As for Z1, it is normally 129. Today it is 109 euros. No? Okay, thank you. One moment. So many chargers. By the way, about charging, the watches are not working while charging. Well, it's not like they're not working. The emergency is still possible to see the time, the date, and the day of the week. And this is all. This is the charger. We have a magnet charger for the watches. This one is for Z7. So here, let me here. So here is the place where to charge. It is a magnet charger, and while charging, it's not possible to use any other apps or have video calls or voice calls or message to someone. Well, yeah, again, safety first. We just want the kids to be, well, not to use watches that are connected to power. So here that's interesting that the app is in English, but the watches are in German. It's also possible to do that way. Well, maybe your kid speaks German and you don't. Who knows? Like I don't. Anyway, so yeah, again, the watches are available in 5 languages. What are those? German, English, Polish, Mandarin, and Spanish as well.
French.
French as well? So 6 languages. Well, probably they don't know what it means, but anyway. Those who do know Mandarin would understand. No white for Z1. Z1 only, where's here Z1? Z1 only green, which you cannot see here, but you can see on our website. And pink one here, this one. You have a look with the 2 of them. And well, yes, because I don't use the watches that are connected to power. Location tracking is available on Z7. For Z1s, well, yeah, again, Z1 is quite okay for those kids who are too little, let's say preschool or elementary school, like grade 1. Normally, they never go alone somewhere, like to the playground or to school, so it is not really, well, it's not like not important, but we would say that we never paid a lot of attention to that. As for Z7 is, well, it's better for those kids who are elementary school students. Let's say they go to school themselves and they go to playground themselves, and so sometimes it's important to see where exactly they were for the past 2 weeks only. But anyway, it should be enough. Even the day should be enough, like if the parent checks every day in the evening, let's say. Anyway, so yeah, for Z7, it is possible to see where exactly the kid was for the past 14 days. On the app, it is called Historical Track. Here, where is it? Here it is, Historical Track, so you can choose the date and you can see where exactly the kid was. Then you can see the location, you can see the map, you can see I want to find the watches that have historical track. Well, most of the watches we have here, they are just normally are here. They don't really move. Well, at least Alex was not moving. Let's see, Emily, no, Emily, Nina. Then probably Nina was more active. But anyway, so for the... no.
No.
No, Nina was not active as well. So here are a few dates, well, 14 days, well, you can check where exactly the kid was. And Nina was just staying home, bro. But by the way, if your kid is traveling somewhere to another place, let's say if you live in Germany and then the kid is traveling to Singapore, let's say, it is still possible to see where exactly the kid was, as long as the kid had either a Wi-Fi connection or a SIM card with roaming, probably. Now, I would choose C7. Well, let's put it this way: if your kid doesn't really need other apps, or you don't want your kid to have other apps, which is also possible, or some kids they spend too much screen time, even if there is. Well, I already mentioned this so many times. I spent more than a month with those kids who use our watches, and like for the whole day, I stayed with them for a month and a half, I would say. And then it was like there were some features that they used the way I would never thought about. So like they used stopwatch for playing, and then also they used alarm for playing. I was a bit confused, but anyway, what is that?
Yeah.
That one. Okay, so yeah, there are some features that the kids are using. So even if you, as an adult, believe that there should be no screen time because there are no apps or no games, not necessarily. Sometimes, most of the times, the kids are too creative to do that. Anyway, as for the so if your kid doesn't really need those apps, or you don't want your kid to have those apps, you can just go for Z1. Well, if you buy Z7 and your kid doesn't use those features, that probably is just wasting of money. If your kid just needs voice and video calls, voice and video messages, and the front camera, it's possible to take pictures and videos as well. Then just go for the Z1. It's a good option, and again, it really suits to those kids who are little. If your kid cannot type yet, it's always possible to send a voice message. I mean, if your kid is too lazy like I am, it's still possible to. Also, there is an emergency call feature. It is available on both of the watches. On the blocked screen, one moment, the kid just needs to write the letter C. Yeah, here it is. So the screen is blocked, and then the kid just needs to write C like this way. And it never works with me. Let me use this one. Yeah, here it is. So, who is this? Papa. Papa is administrator of these watches, so the emergency contact is also Papa. And then the kid just can have a quick dial. I know some kids who are using that feature not in emergency cases. Why not? I would personally be too lazy to open the contact list, try to find my dad, if I can just write C on the screen. Well, yeah. Hopefully your kid is not going to be in the emergency situation, but sometimes it happens. We don't have Frozen one today. Do we have Frozen watches today? No, not today. But yeah, for those who know the watches and the band is silicone, so the quality is really good. I mean, the watches themselves, they've been through so many crash tests, like more than 100, because so we know what the kids do, and so we know that the kids sometimes are, troublemakers. Anyway, so sometimes it is really important, all the time, it is really important to have good quality of the watches. So if it's well, if it is possible to make it not, so easy to break, we are doing that. So we used to have, so you can see the watches here being in water, and we used to have frozen watches, so literally the watches that were from the freezer, and they still worked. It was still possible to have video calls and voice calls with them, and then the screen worked, and nothing happened to the band as well.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, both of them are in a sale. So yeah, this one, back to school deal, 15% off. How about our earphones? Are they on sale as well?
Yes.
Earphones. We have earphones as well. Let me check if it is on sale today or not. We have earbuds. It is. Oh, it's also on sale. Normal. It's even more than 15%. Well, normally the price for the earbuds is 129 euros, and today it's only 90. You can have a look here. You can just go to our website and check it out. Well, that's a pretty good deal, to be honest. It's more than 38 euros off, which is good. 38 euros. It's like you can have a lot of cups of coffee. So yeah, probably before Black Friday, this is gonna be the last day of the deal. Well, the school starts anyway, like today, tomorrow. I mean, these days. I know that those who are grade 1 went to school today already, like for half a day, but anyway. Well, I don't know, honestly, what color your kid likes. If your kid likes white, also, why not? But to be honest, buying the watches only because of the color is also a little bit not wise, I would say. If your kid is not gonna use all of those features and apps and wants to go for Z7 only because it has white color, it's a little bit... Well, it is okay anyway if you're fine with that. But being a parent, I would never do that. Yeah, but anyway, so as for... and the colors of Z1 are actually pretty nice as well. Well, I do have the green one here, but anyway, I will never be able to show it to you. Well, I will be able to show, but you will never be able to see that. But the pink one you can see. The pink one is really nice. I like that a lot. And by the way, about the sizes, there was a question if I'm not mistaken.
Do you want to see the green one? I can't set up.
How can you show that?
You free the green one.
Okay. And then we're gonna change the color. But anyway, so yeah, this is good. You can see that this is green.
Yeah.
Looks a little bit weird, but anyway. And now it is yellow. But anyway, so this is green, guys. D1. It is charging here. Here's the charger, the magnet one as well, but a little bit different from Z7. So the Z7 is the side one, and then the Z1 is the back one. If your kid has there are some kids who have Z1 and Z7 at the same time, just because of the colors, by the way. Some parents are okay with that anyway. Oh, by the way, if your kid has Z1 right now and you just want to present a new one to your kid, it is possible to switch all of the data. There is a feature which is called data transfer. So all of those, pictures and videos that the kid has on the watches, it's possible to transfer to the next one. So, for example, this is the one that your kid is using. You can choose that thing which is called, here's data transfer. So there is a QR code which you can scan with the back camera of Z7.
Mm-hmm.
And then all of the data is going to be transferred to the new watches. Why? As for the laptop, well, as for the laptop, it is like the kid can send everything to the parents' account on the app. Let's, for example, let me show you how it looks like. If the kid sends a picture to a parent, well, there is the green duckling as well, but you cannot see it. Anyway, so the parent can just save the picture and then use the cell phone to transfer that to a laptop, or to print it if the kid wants to. Here are the pictures, by the way, made with Z7, and well, the quality I would say is pretty nice. Okay. But the green screen. Anyway, so
You see. Take a rest.
Z1 or Z7, me, we're here. I'm gonna have discussion about that again. If there are new guys coming here, welcome. If you have any questions, just let me know. Well, yeah, I'm gonna tell you everything I know about the watches, and even something that I don't know, I can ask my coworkers. So you can actually try to find the one that suits more to your kit. And well, yeah, or maybe I'll have. Well, maybe I will just introduce them, and you will choose the one that you believe is more suitable to your kit. Maybe your kit will. Oh, today I didn't mention that we have no present return. I forgot about that. Sorry. If you guys don't like anything about the watches, well, once you receive the product, and if you don't like anything about them, or maybe your kid doesn't like the color, or there might be plenty of reasons, you can just return it back to us within 15 days. Yeah, 15 days no reason return. You can say nothing about that, just send it back to us. If you share with us why, well, it's also okay, but if you don't, we're fine. And also today's probably the last day of the discount we have. I'm not quite sure, but seems to be. So we're having 15 days off for Z7 and for Z1, and then 15 days off, 15% off. Anyway, so yeah, it is normally let us unplug it. Z7 is 219 euros. Today it's 186, right? And Z1 is normally 129 euros, and today it is only 109 euros. 15% off for the watches, and also we have earphones, earbuds. Today they are 38 euros off. Normally the price is 129 euros. Today it's only 90. Just go for it. I actually love the buds we have. But anyway, so yeah, let's start again with Z1 probably. Z1 comes in two colors. This the first generation of imoo watches. We have green and we have pink. You can go to our website to see. We have both in stock. Well, we had 5 minutes ago. If you were not, let me check. Probably. But it's not like there are so many people watching that we have no stock. Anyway, so yeah, green and pink, both of them are available. You can have a look on our website. There is the link there in the comment section. It's only 109 euros today. Normally it's 129, which is also affordable. But anyway, it's always better to have a discount, right? I love all of those kind of deals. It comes in two colors, pink and blue. Nope, not blue. Pink and green, sorry. The Z7 has blue color. There is a front camera with 2 megapixel quality. So video calls are available. It's also possible to take pictures, well, selfies and videos as well. Then Messenger is available. It's possible to send voice and text messages. Then also there is an alarm, there is stopwatch, and there is a step counter. And that's pretty. As for positioning, it is possible to see where exactly your kit is. You can see the online location. So using the app, you can, as long as your kit is having internet connection. So it's either Wi-Fi or here's the place for a SIM card, so your kid can use data. And yeah, so this is Z1. So yeah, for Z1, it's only possible to see the online location. For Z7, it's possible not only to see the online location, but also to see where exactly your kit was for the past 2 weeks. So there is a historical track, so you can see the whole route of your kit, where exactly your kit was. So, for example, the way back from school, and all of the playgrounds that your kid visited, and well, yeah, sometimes the kids do that, especially elementary school students. So you can see that all. Also, you can see the fitness app tracking. No, not tracking. The fitness app record for the past 30 days. So if your kid does sports, it's actually really important to see the report that the watches can provide you with, and to see what exactly the kid is doing well or not well. There might be some improvements or not. So for fitness record, it's available for a month. Location tracking is available for 2 weeks. And yeah, this is Z7. For Z1, it's only possible to see where exactly the kid is just right now online. When you have a video call with your kid, you can see not only the kid, but also down there you will see where exactly the kid is. You can see the map and the location of your kid. If your kid has Z7 and has a call with you flipping up the screen, there is also an option to switch between cameras and to see the surroundings. The kid will not be able to control that. So the parent just can press the button on the phone and to see what's going on around the kid, and then switch back to the selfie camera as well. So the front and back cameras are, well, it's actually good. I love that. Anyway, so yeah, while having the video call, once again, it's not like the parent needs to turn off to hang up and then call again to see the surroundings. It's just possible to switch between cameras while having the video call. Also, it's possible to switch to voice call as well. Z7 as well and Z1 as well, so voice video calls back and forth. As for messages, also we have voice messages and we have we have voice messages and text messages. So if your kid cannot type yet or cannot read yet, well, maybe your kid is, let's say, 5 years old, it is always possible to send a voice message to a kid, and your kid can also send you a voice message as well. What else we have? The kid can share pictures and videos that has been taken with the watches. So for Z7, it is for Z1, it is only the front camera. For Z7, both of the cameras, the back and the front one. Once again, the back camera is not like on the wrist. Here is the back camera is covered by this part, and then once the kid flips up the screen, here is the back camera. I was actually really confused when I knew, I mentioned it already, when I knew that we are coming up with the watches that have back camera. I was like, how come? The watches are always on the wrist, so, but yeah, here it is. And when I knew that we're having the new technology, well, not new now, but it was new like a few years ago, so it's possible to flip out the screen. I was actually also really confused because I didn't know how to do it, and I was really scared that I'm gonna break it. Well, yeah, now I can just flip up both of them and, I don't know, do it this way without being afraid that they're going to be broken, because I know that the quality is really good. Well, yeah, some kids do that. That's why. Well, we know that the kids are sometimes too active, especially when they're at the playground, so we know how important it is to have good quality. And we're not even talking about the band. The band is actual silicone, it's pretty nice to skin, and then it's easy to wash, just warm water soap, and yeah, it's easy to dry as well because it's silicone. It's possible to change it if your kid doesn't like it or just wants to change the style. You can see on our website other options. You can see there is a little bolt here, so it's possible to change the band and to use another stripe. As for the same on Z1s, by the way. I don't have earbuds here, but you can see on our website the pictures are, well, like from the original product. And the price is really good today. It's only 90 euros today, right? Let me check. Earbuds are actually, well, it is a new product in Europe, but it is not a new product original. So, yeah, normally it's 129 euros, now it's only 90 euros. You can see on our website, you can see all of the pictures of them. And by the way, again, we have 15 days no reason return. If you don't like anything about them, just send it back to us. But only within 2 weeks. As for the warranty, we have 2 years warranty. So if something happens to the watches, like anything, I don't know, maybe there is a bug, like because IT team works all the time, and then if your kid has been using the watches for, let's say, for 2 years already, surely there are gonna be updates, and sometimes it might happen. Well, I never faced that, but yeah, probably it could happen. And then you can contact our after sales support, and then the guys will try to help you, well, as soon as possible. They're sitting in the office next door. They're always working their best and try their hard to do it. As for the safe, well, you say that privacy, like, what do you mean? Like, the kid has no privacy? Well, you will never know what the kid is talking about to a friend, or no. You will not even be able to see who your kid is talking to. You are able to see the contact list. You're able to see who those people are. But you will never be able to see who your kid is contacting, who your kid is sending pictures to. You won't be able to see the pictures anyway, as long as your kid doesn't send them to you. So if you believe that using these kind of watches just takes away the privacy of your kid, then I would say that you're mistaken. But yeah, again, you still are able to see those who are in the contact list. And here I need to mention that you have that option, right? But it doesn't necessarily mean that you will use that. If you do believe that it is not too good for your kids to have that kind of pressure, as you call it here, then just don't check out the contact list. That's gonna be okay. I actually don't really like these kind of topics because, well, yeah, I also support an idea of giving some freedom to a kid, but I also do believe that freedom means responsibility. It's not possible to be, to be free without any responsibilities, and saying that freedom has something to do with privacy, well, it has, but not 100%. So again, if you don't want to check all of that stuff related to your kid, but you just want to keep in touch with your kid, and most of the schools now, they don't allow the kids, well, the little kids, to have cell phones, just go for the watches. You can just go for Z1 if you don't want your kid to have a lot of features, or maybe your kid has a cell phone using out of school, but in school you want the kid to still be able to contact someone and have some calls. Just go for Z1. Z1 doesn't have a lot of features, doesn't have a lot of apps. It is really, really affordable, well, today, because of the discount. It's even more affordable. It's 15% off and a little bit more than 100 euros, 109 euros today. Just go for it. And then you will be able to check where exactly your kid is now. So the online location I will show you how it looks like on the app. So there is no tracking for the past 2 weeks. There is no fitness app, and then here is locate. The kid arrived at this area 1 hour ago. What is it? This is Emily. Yeah, here is Emily. You can see. This one is Emily. And this is Z1. So yeah, you can see where exactly Emily is, and this is the only information you get. Oh no, you can also see the friends list. The contact list, once again, contacts are always created by parents, just because we want the kids to be safe and never receive all of those calls from unknown numbers and those spam and scam calls. So this is why the contact list is always created by parents. Here's, for example, the person called Nina. This one is Nina. Nina only has 3 contacts, so not knowing friends. Once again, friends are those who use the watches as well. So those who just bumped up to watches and became friends. Contacts are those who do not use the watches, are using cell phone. It might be relatives or friends or those classmates who do not use the watches. So those are created by parents using the app, imoo app, and the whole information we have about them, it is the name and phone number. As for the friends, they can also have an avatar, and well, there's a picture and real name, nickname as well, and phone number. Sometimes no. Again, because sometimes the kids are using shared SIM cards with their parents, so it's not like the kids are having their own SIM card. It's like they just share data with parents, but I'm not quite sure about the exact country. I know it is possible to do in Germany, but I'm not quite sure about other countries. You need to check it out. Well, it is available in French. Well, we didn't have it, and I knew about that only today. Now we have Spanish, English, Mandarin, Polish, German, and French. So, and by the way, about the languages, if you live, for example, in Germany and your kid is learning English, you can set English for the watches, and you can also switch your imoo app to English. So it's like maybe you need to practice English as well, or Mandarin, or Polish, or any other language that is available. Then, if we're talking about the Z7 watches, they have an option which is called, well, not an option, it has an app which is called AI Scanner, and it is possible to set another language for AI Scanner. So if your kid is, again, if you live in Germany, your kid is learning English, and your kid, let's say, is 5 years old, for example, cannot read yet, your kid can use Z7, open the app which is called AI Scanner, and then I can actually open it right now. One moment. Here, where is it? Here, yeah. KI scanner in German. But anyway, so yeah, flip up the screen. Then we just use the camera to find an object. It's gonna be a duckling all the time here. I have no idea what that means. But anyway, so yeah, you can see that it tried to identify what that is, and then it not only writes on the screen what exactly the thing is, but it also pronounces that. So the kid can hear how to pronounce that, and the kid can also know how to read that. Spielzeug. And guys who speaks German, just let me know if it is correct or not. In English, it normally says either yellow duckling or a toy, which is true, right? Sorry. So if your kid needs that or doesn't know some objects or just learns another language, it's always good to use AI Scanner just to see what exactly those things are. As for the apps, again, the apps are normally downloaded by parents. The kid has no rights to, well, no rights, but it's not just possible using the watches. So there is an app center on the app, which is called imoo, which the parents have on their cell phones, where the parents can see all of the information about the apps available. All of the apps are exclusively created for imoo. We have our own app store. It's not like we're cooperating with other app stores like I wouldn't mention the names of them, but I guess you guys understand. Since the watch imoo watches for kids, it's not like there was a big company that used to have watches and then they decided that it's a good market to sell something for the kids. It all started not this way. It all started just originally from the idea creating something good for a kid. Actually, for a son or a boss. Anyway, so once the watches were created, all of the apps were created for the watches, for those kids who are using them. So there is no sensitive content. So there is nothing that the kids are not supposed to see or you don't want your kid to see. There are no ads as well, which are really, well, I personally do love a lot about the watches. There are no ads, no, even in the apps, no sensitive content, no apps for adult use or just not for kids use, let's say. All of them are created for our watches, and there are not so many bugs because, well, yeah, it's not like we have a lot of devices, right? For example, we have now only two, for now only Z7 and Z1 available in Europe, so it's not like an Apple created for a lot of devices, and there are like not a lot of bugs anyway. As for the apps, there are no games. Well, there are kind of games in the fitness app, but they just motivate the kids to stay more active. So if your kid needs to, well, if you want your kid to do sports more, or just your kid spends too much time, I don't know, too much screen time playing video games, just sitting on the sofa, our imoo fitness app is really good option to make your kid feel more active and to have more exercises. As for, yeah, there is even music for skipping and for sit-ups as well. And also every month the kid is able to see the report for the past 30 days. And you're able to see the report as well using your imoo app on the cell phone. Then once again, the location tracking is only 14 days. Then the fitness record is 30 days. 15 days no reason to return also. And 2 years warranty. As for the numbers, as for the prices, again, Z1 normally costs 129 euros. Today it's only 109 euros. Z7 it's 219. Today it's 186, so it is 15% off. As for earbuds, normally they're 129 euros. Today it's only 90 euros, which is more than 35 years off, which is good, right? So if your kid needs new watches, or maybe your kid is using Z1 now, you want to present a new generation of the watches to your kid because the new school year starts, you can go for Z7. If you perceive that you don't like anything, or maybe the colors, or maybe you don't like the way it looks like, or maybe you don't like the apps that it has, or maybe you believe your kid was not going to use them, you can just send it back to us within 15 days. As for the sizes, it's not much bigger. It's just a little bit bigger because of the flip-up spring. You can have a look. It is the same here, this way, and on the back, on the side you can see the way. You can see from the back as well. So it's not like much bigger, and it's not heavy. It doesn't like feel like, you know, having a really heavy thing on the wrist. Because again, they are created for kids. Surely we did consider that fact that the kid can probably feel tired. Only Z7 is waterproof, so you can have a look here. Once again, I'll show you that it works. Here it is. Here is it. No power. Oh no, there is power here. You can see the date of the week, the day. if your kid does swim in a sport, also your kid can see the report after the training, like the calories burned, the distance, the time. But for that, it should the kid should set the length of the pool. As for Z1, Z1 is not waterproof, but it is okay if the kid just washes hands and there are some drops of water, no problem. Like when I was little, I was scared that my phone is gonna be broken because I had some water on that. But anyway, yeah, it's gonna be fine. As for the app is also available in few languages, so I mean the app for the cell phone the parents use. So if you feel more comfortable seeing that, for example, in German, why not? I don't feel comfortable seeing anything in German. As for other apps, so as I mentioned, Z7 has, let's just first go for Z1 again. Z1 has voice and video calls, voice and video messages, the front camera, so it is possible to take pictures and videos as well. Then there is a step counter, an alarm, a stopwatch, and yeah, this is it. Data transfer as well. But I wouldn't say data transfer is a really important feature. It is nice to have it, but it's not like in everyday use, right? As for Z7 surely has all of these features. And online location. Yeah, why the parents would buy the watches just to see where exactly the kid is, right? So Z1, it is possible to see the location of the kid on Z1. Z7 has all of those features that Z1 has. Also, it has fitness app. Fitness app has 4 options for exercises. It is swimming, it is sit-ups, skipping, and jogging. Then it has an AI scanner, which is available in few languages. Also, there is a funny cam and sticker cam. Kids really love that, taking selfies with the different kind of things, and I don't know, let's say stickers probably. Let me have a look. Also, it has steps counter for sure. Who needs that? Then we have health app. Here there is information about body temperature. Then how old are you? Body temperature, heart rate, blood oxygen, and mood as well. Mood is normally filled automatically depending on physical activity of the kid, but also the kid can fill it in himself or herself. It is good for those kids who want to share their feelings but don't really want to talk about that. So, and if you do care about your kid's emotional stability, all of that stuff, you can just check out the app and have some talks. I'll just show you how it looks like, so you can probably see where you can see the time, and you can, let's say, for example, Alex, health, mood.
Much.
Yeah, you can. Which one? The Z1 today is 109 euros, and Z7 today is 186, if I'm not mistaken. Then do we have to use anything? Here is the app, imoo app for the cell phone. Then using this app, you download the apps for the watches. If you don't want your kid to have any apps, you can just delete all of them. But it doesn't make any sense to buy Z7 and delete all of the apps, to be honest. But actually, it doesn't make sense because there is still 2 weeks historical track for them. There is no white color for Z1. Z1 comes in 2 colors, green and pink. White we only have for, this is the white we have for Z7. So this is the flip-up screen. It's white on the back as well. But it doesn't really matter what color it is on the back. Then we go for, going back to the mood. So this is the way it looks like. You can see the time and the information about the kid, like how the kid felt, if the kid was happy or not. And maybe you can see that, for example, here we have information that in the morning the kid felt not so good. So if you do worry about that, you can have a talk with your kid and ask him, like, why, like, what happened. Maybe there was a class that the kid didn't really like, or I don't know, maybe there was a PE class that I personally didn't like when I was a school student. But anyway, so there may be some more topics to discuss with the kid. Then after being inside the washing machine, there are even more steps for Alex today. Today Alex had 801 step. By the way, again, if you have more than one kid, you don't need to have another account. You can have information about all of them on the app. We have our own Play Store. Here it is called App Center. Here it is. App Center. So all of the apps are exclusively designed for our watches. It's not like we do cooperate with other Play Stores, like those big ones, the names of which I'm not going to tell you anyway. So there are no ads, no sensitive content, nothing that like content for adults or stuff. All of the apps are created for our watches, so not so many bugs we're facing, and then all of the information is quite again, I do personally love the blue one, Z7. And if I would choose one now, I would choose Z7 and the blue one. It doesn't mean that white or pink are not nice. I just love blue. Well, maybe we will have Z1 in blue, but not quite sure. Then Z1, no, again, Z7 has 2 weeks historical track, so it is possible to see where exactly your kid was, the whole route, like the way the kid moved. Probably there was the subway or the, you can see this is the way it looks like. So you can see the destination, you can see the starting point, you can see the like the way the kid moved, you can see for how long like it took, or maybe you can even see the speed of the kid actually. Obviously on this video you can see that the kid was taking the subway. Then you can here we have, that was 130 meters per minute. That was pretty fast, right? Then in total 8.4 kilometers. So you can see that information for the past 2 weeks. If your kid uses Z7, if your kid uses Z1, you can only see the online location, which is also good, to be honest. Why we have that feature for Z7? It's just because Z7 is well, suits more to those kids who are a little bit older than 5 or 6 years old. Well, don't get me wrong, but if the kid spends a lot of time with the parent, let's say the kid is still preschool student, so the parent needs to pick up the kid from school and take him or her to school. So it doesn't really matter if there is a historical track or not, right? But if your kid just I don't know, let's say 8 years old and goes to school himself or herself, then just it is important sometimes to see the route and to just in order to to count the time. Sometimes, well, it happened not long ago, but let's see, maybe in May, like close to my house, there was they start to have a construction, so it actually, well, I never passed by, but and actually didn't pay attention to that. But after that, after receiving a call from school, like saying that the kid is late for the past, like, let's say 2 weeks, yeah, we just started to check what's going on and what happened, and then we just saw that there is a construction work, so the kid needs to use another route. And yeah, sure, since the kid is too little, it's a little bit difficult to count the time. So there is the need of parents' help. And thanks to that 2 weeks historical track feature, the parents are able to do that, just to see where exactly the kid goes to school, like the way, and all of that stuff. And sometimes kids actually go to, not to school, but to a playground. And since they are not so good at time controlling, they feel like probably it is a little bit difficult, or maybe they're just naughty. Why not? Sometimes they are. And it is also important for parents to see what's going on and where exactly the kid is and why the kid is late from school or for school. As for the fitness, Z1 has no fitness app. Z1 only counts the steps, which sometimes is also nice. I know that I personally know some kids who love to compete with parents, and they ask every evening, like, how many steps the mom or dad did, just to see, like, if the kid was, I don't know, if the kid's number is higher. Normally the kid's number is higher. Parents don't really move. I mean, we normally just, drive or stay in the office. So happy I don't have PE classes anymore. I mean, sports are good, but PE classes, not. If your kid doesn't like it as well, using Z7 and using fitness app is actually pretty cool, because it motivates the kid to stay more active, thanks to all of those friends, to music, activity rings. Also, as I mentioned, the kid can choose the avatar and to choose, for example, here might be here is we have the boy. It is possible to choose the clothes, accessories, hair color, what else? Yeah, the energy needed. So once the kid does sports more and spends more energy, so for example, here we have set up that the kid needs to 8,000 points of energy, and then the kids can get some points here as well. So it is all related to fitness and helps the kid to stay more active. Well, there were some kids, well, recently I would say I saw so many kids spending too much screen time, and especially those who are using cell phones or iPads or all of this stuff. So if your kid is not willing to move and to have some exercises, you'd better go for our Z7 watches, and then hopefully, thanks to the help of the watches, the kid will stay more active. At least it helped me. I'm the one who sees that I didn't, I don't know, all of those activity rings are not covered yet, so I will go and move, just because I don't want to see it in the report. I would actually try one day to put my watches to my dog. My dog loves to move, so probably, but if I don't want to, but they still want to see something nice in the report, I will do that. Earbuds are only white. Yeah, we have only white color, right? Earbuds, only white color.
Yes, earbuds only white.
Here they are. The case is also white, but you can, buy a case for the earbud case. and choose another color. And it is on sale today as well, but it's not 15% off. It's a little bit more. It's normally 129 euros, and today it's only 90. So it is more than 20% off. I'm not quite sure. 25? But anyway, so you can save like 38 euros if you buy them now. As for the watch is only 15% off. If you subscribe to our newsletters on our website, and if it's gonna be your first order for the first watches, you're gonna get 5% off as well. Also, since we're having back to school deal, you can have a look, and you can subscribe and receive some coupons. So after that, you can get additional discount for other products. Just have a look at that on our website. Then, yeah, there might be good surprises. I mean, 15% off is already good, isn't it? And that's probably the biggest discount we're gonna have before Black Friday. So if your kid goes to school these days, hurry up. Yes. Well, normally I see that the kids are using AI scanner when they are learning another language. As I mentioned, for example, you live in Germany and your main language is German, but your kid is learning English, and your kid is too little, let's say 5 years old. So thanks to the app, the AI scanner is possible to learn and like to see any object, take a picture, and to know what it is. It's going to be written on the screen, and the watches are going to have pronunciation for that as well. So the kid can hear if the kid cannot read yet, and memorize it, hopefully. Maybe not, who knows. The back camera of Z7 is 5 megapixel, so this is the back one. The front one is the same with Z1, it's just 2. But it is good enough for the watches, to be honest, and for having some video calls. 6 languages now. French, English, Spanish, German, Mandarin, and Polish. Yeah, all of a sudden. But anyway. And the app is also available in a few languages. I mean, the app for the phone. Again, if you have more than one kid, you don't need to have an additional account. You can see the information about all of your kids and their watches just using the same account, and see information about all of them. App Store, we have our own App Store. So, yeah, again, all of the apps are our own, created for our watches, our imoo watches, exclusively created. We don't cooperate with any other Play stores, so we have our own app center. And the kid will never be able to download any apps without the parents, because it is possible to download the apps only using the app for the phone. Also, what is good about the imoo watches is that your kid will never receive any calls from unknown numbers. And as for those numbers which are not unknown, all of them are added to the contact list by parents. So the parent will always know who that person is. And if the parent doesn't know, the parent will not just add to the contact list. Again, there are two, well, like in the contact list, there are two types of contacts. The first one are called friends. Friends are those who use watches as well. So there is the option add friends. There is the feature which is called add friends. Then the kids just need to bump up the phones, like the watches like this. So they will become friends immediately, as long as the parents do not restrict that. And then they will start contacting, sending pictures and videos and all of this stuff. So these kind of friends are called friends in the contact list. And there are also contacts, those who are using cell phones. It might be relatives, it might be other friends who do not have imoo watches. So those should be in the list, and they are added to the list by parents. So if someone who is not in the contact list is going to call to your kid, the kid will just never get those calls. They will never get through. So it is pretty safe to use imoo watches. No spam calls, no scam calls, no bad people calling to your kid. So restrictions. Well, yeah, I just mentioned, as long as the parent just do not restrict that. It is possible to restrict adding friends by bumping up. Parents don't really do that, but it is still possible. So once the kid wants to add someone into the friends list using just 2 watches and bump them up, the parent will receive a notification on the app. So if the parent believes that this kid is okay to contact his or her own kids, so then the parent will just confirm that. As for other restrictions, if you're talking about, let's say, modes, we have school mode, we have sleep mode. It means that the watches or some apps are gonna be restricted for use for some time. Let's say, for example, if you have school mode on, it means that the watches are not gonna work. Well, only emergency contact and time, date, and day of the week will be available during, let's say, a few hours when your kid is at school. So let's say from maybe 8 a.m. till noon or till 1 p.m. or I don't know what time your kid goes back from school, but anyway. Also, you will be able to see the online location and the location track if it is Z7, but your kid will not be able to use any other apps. So this is the school mode. We also have sleep mode, is when you set, for example, the watches, there's restricted use for watches from 10 p.m. till 6 a.m. There are some kids who love to play the watches and they don't want to sleep and all of that stuff. It's not possible with imoo because the parents can control that. By the way, I just told you about the sleep mode. Also, here I need to mention that we do recommend to charge the watches overnight. Why we do recommend that? It's just because while charging, the watches are not working. Well, they still work. The kid can see the time, but it is not possible to use all of the apps because we don't want the kid to use something connected to power. Like here is the charger. This is the magnet charger for Z7. It is the side one. For Z1, it is on the back. Here it is. You can see. This is, by the way, the green one, Z1. But anyway, so this is the magnet charger, and when the watches are charging, it is not possible to use any of the features. So for using them, your kid would need to unplug it first. So we do recommend to charge it overnight. It doesn't affect the alarm feature. We talked about responsibilities and freedom today a little bit. So if probably you want to give some freedom to your kid, you can also give some responsibilities using the alarm, setting the alarm himself or herself, and waking up in the morning. Charging will never affect the alarm. It's gonna work, and it normally takes, let's say, at most 2 hours, maybe 2 to 3 hours to till full charge, starting from 0. Well, normally it's 1.5 hours probably, but yeah, let's say 3 hours at most. You see the highest number. Anyway, so yeah, we do recommend to charge the watches overnight. And if your kid doesn't really use apps a lot and doesn't have long video calls, it is possible to charge the watches once per 2 or 3 days. If your kid uses the watches a lot, probably there will be need to charge it every day, like we do with our cell phones. Then, yeah, going back to restricted restrictions that the parents can set. Also, the parent can see, as I mentioned, the parent can see all of the apps that the kid has on the watches, and the parent can control that. So just delete it or download it, or it all depends on the parent actually. If the parent can see the times, the screen time, the time spent using the app. So, for example, if the kid uses, let's say, a camera for too long, anyway, the parent can see that the kid used camera for, let's say, I don't know, 78 minutes, and the parent believes it's too much screen time and all of the stuff. The parent can set a restriction, so the kid will be able to use the camera for, let's say, I don't know, depends on the parent surely, but maybe like 20 minutes a day. After that, the app is not going to be available. Well, till the next day. Also, sometimes it is possible to restrict the use of all of the apps. There is no need to delete them, but just to restrict the use so the kid will never be able to open them. It suits to those kids who are preparing for, let's say, for exams or those kind of examinations anyway. And if the parent believes that the kid spends too much time using the watches, the parent can just set those kind of restrictions for a period of time. Also, so what I mentioned school mode, I mentioned sleep mode, then the duration of using the apps. There might be some apps sometimes that the parents, the parents are being moody and don't want the kids to use. Also possible to restrict. But hopefully you'll never do that. I wouldn't be happy if my parents did that, so I will never do that to my kids. But sometimes, sometimes the kids are being naughty, that's true. As for imoo watches, it's not like it has a lot of games or stuff. Most of the so-called activities are related to sports. So the kid can stay active and have some exercises as well. As for there is no calculator. No way. Well, I guess the watches will never be okay to use at school if there was a calculator. As for now, and as far as I know, most of the schools are fine when the kid is using imoo watches. But again, not during classes. But during breaks, why not? And it is always possible to contact parents as well. It is not as big as a cell phone. It's not as expensive as a cell phone. The watches are always on the wrist, so it's not easy to lose them. And, And by the way, if something happens, let's say, for example, the kid had PE class and while changing clothes, the kid just put just took off the watches. It's possible sometimes, right? And then just forgot to put them on. And went back home from school without watches. The parent can, on the app, the parent can block the watches first and then to see the exact location of them. If the watches were turned off by someone, the parents will still be able to see the last location of the watches. We had a few emails about that, kind of thanks emails when parents said that they found the watches thanks to that option. It doesn't necessarily mean that it's going to happen to your kid, but if it does, you need to know that you will always be able to see that. And hopefully the watches are going to be back to your kid. As for the positioning, again, Z7. It is using Z7, it's possible to see the location of the kid and the route of the kid for the past 2 weeks. If your kid only uses Z1, it is possible to see the online location of your kid. You can know where exactly your kid is right now. As long as the kid has a SIM card here on the watches and or a Wi-Fi connection. But it's not possible to see the route and any tracking for the past 2 weeks. Only for Z7 it's available. How much? Which one? Z7 normally it's 219 euros. Today it is 15% off, so it is 186 euros today. It is available in 3 colors: blue, pink, and white. Here's pink. Here's blue. Sorry, here's pink and this white. Please pay attention that white is not completely white. Still, the band is, I would say, skin color. I need to check what color it is. Anyway, by the way, this is just the case of the watches, the packaging. C7 and this one, B7 as well. But anyway, it comes in 3 colors. Today it is 186 euros, 15% off. It is back to school deal, probably the last one that we have this summer, and before Black Friday, let's say. So it's a good option to go for it now. Hurry up. As for Z1, it is normally 129 euros. Today it is 109 euros, also 15% off. Both of them 15 days, no reason return. If you don't know which one to choose now, Z1 or Z7, you can actually buy 2 of them and then let your kid choose, or you can just receive the products. You can have a look. I don't know, you can maybe you would feel, I don't know, anything you can check, and then if you don't like anything, you can just send it back to us. Or maybe, for example, your kid chooses Z7, or you send Z1 back to us. Or maybe if your kid says, I don't want to have any of them, you can send back 2 of them. We're okay with it. So 15 days, no reason return. Again, only within 15 days. Also, 2 years of warranty. If something happens, like anything, you can contact us during those 2 years. Contact our after-sales support. They're sitting over there. They're working hard. They're trying their best to solve your problems as soon as possible. As for earbuds, they're also on sale today, not 15%, it's even more, I guess around 25 or something. Normally they're 129 euros. Today they're only 90 euros. Pretty good price, right? They come only in 1 color, the white one, but they're also really nice, and the case is white as well. Just have a look on our website, and yeah, hopefully you will like it. As for other deals, today you can have a look. We're having back to school deal. The kids are gonna be back to school next year, actually, so today is the last opportunity for you guys to get that discount and present something nice to your kid that the kid will be able to use at school. And well, I'll be happy to have it. When I was little, I had a cell phone actually, but anyway, so if I had the imoo watches, I would be pretty happy as well. imoo watches are really good, the kids love them, and then go for one for your kid. And if your kid already has, for example, Z1, you can go for a Z7. Your kid is going to be happy to have more options to play and to use the watches. Yeah, this is it for today, guys. Thanks a lot for watching, for joining us. Have a good one and enjoy the discount back to school deal. Bye bye.